Yo, what's up, fellas? What's up, man? Happy Saturday, fellas. As always, man, let me let some people hop up in there, fellas. Happy Saturday, man. What's good? Sock passé, sac à fait buzz. What's up, fellas? So as always, man, like I told you guys, I'm gonna work on getting some more consistent live streams for you guys because you guys enjoy it and I've been enjoying it too. Anybody that wants to cam up and hop up and ask your questions or share your concerns, the waiting room is pinned in the chat box section. The only thing that I ask is that your camera quality and audio quality are clear and that you're respectful and not a weirdo. Jeremiah, what's up? Again, for anybody tuning in, I'm going to work on making these live streams more consistent and regular because I know you guys have been enjoying it and I've been enjoying it too. Anybody that wants to join the call, it is pinned up in the chat section. Only thing I ask is that your camera quality is clear, that your audio is clear so everybody can hear you. And again, that you are not a weirdo. Well, what's up, man? Happy Saturday, fellas. Get some more people hop up in there, man. Gabe Morgan, coin. Hold on a second, fellas. All right. This is crazy. What up, fellas? For anybody that's just now tuning in, y'all boys are quiet. All right, cool. Yo, what's good? Where y'all watching from, man? I know last time we had the UK, we had South Carolina, we had South Africa. Southpaw Hunter, what's good, G? I think you reached out to me, right, brother? What up? I appreciate that, man. Salute. I appreciate that. Hop on the camera real quick. It's pinned at the top. What up, fellas? Y'all boys is quiet today, man. We got 6 people watching. Everybody's quiet. I'm assuming y'all are just stopping by listening. What's good? Yes, sir. And for everybody that's watching, like I said, you can cam up. The waiting room link is pinned at the top of the chat box. The only thing I ask is that your camera quality, your audio is good. And again, that you're not like a weird troll or something like that, man. Y'all boys are weird these days. Bet. Yo, Honcho, I just seen you, but I didn't see that your camera was on. AMG Video Production asks, what is your favorite country to live in? So far, my favorite countries to live in are Italy, Colombia, and Turkey. I like Turkey a lot. I enjoyed my time in Turkey.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, it was good, G.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
I got this zoomed in. Wait, yeah, there we go. I
All
got
right.
it zoomed in way too much. What's going on, bro? I'm out here in Colombia too, man.
I could tell. I could tell by the background, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta link up then.
Yeah, bro. You still down here or what?
I'm coming back next week, next Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Man.
That's what's up. How long you been in Colombia?
It's been about 2 months now, man.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nice though. Bro. I've only been traveling for about 5 months for the first time ever in my life, so it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I know you always tell guys to go out and travel.
Yeah.
Um,
It's changing you, right?
Yeah, it's a different experience, bro. 100%.
Yeah. That's what's up, though. I'm curious, like, why Medellin, though?
Oh man, I mean, I heard it had a couple things that I liked. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, beautiful women. That to me is motivating. It's a motivating environment because whenever I see beautiful women, bro, like I'm going hard in the gym. I'm just in a better state.
Yeah.
Obviously, like it's cheaper too, so the cost of living is good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Spanish country, and I speak Spanish, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're Latino.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You Cuban?
No, I'm mixed, bro. My mom is actually Dominican.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's Dominican.
Okay.
But yeah, but it's nice out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I like it.
Yeah, it's different, man. Like, I love Colombia, but for me personally, man, like, I've been living in Colombia for the last 4 years, like, with the exception of the last, like, year, for 4 years. So for me personally, I'm like, okay, I lived in Colombia. I learned Spanish. I'm plugged in. And now for me, like, I kind of want to just, like, go, like, explore out to Asia, Africa, maybe Eastern Europe. That's where I'm looking into next.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm learning. Like, you kind of get comfortable sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And you talk about it all the time too.
Yeah.
So like those are like little like fucking battles and wars you're going off on and conquering shit. So that's what we've always done as men.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. That's the thing too, because like when you go to a place like Colombia and you're doing well for yourself, it's easy to get comfortable. And
Mm,
so
tell them,
like
bro.
if you don't have that extra gear to go conquer and
Wow.
challenge more and to push yourself and go explore, it's like, ah, fuck. Listen, man, I could live good here. I'm bringing in this amount of money. You got the women, you got everything, but it's like, nah, that's a trap, bro.
It's a
That's a
trap.
trap.
Yeah, and I was encountering that too. Because obviously the money goes a long ways. So anybody watching this, you're making 10K a month. You're out here, bro, and you know what I'm saying, you're too comfortable. You know, so
Yeah.
like you said, bro, it is really a trap, and you have to find ways to spark up that motivation again, or you get yourself out of it. You know, so
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was experiencing. I was really realizing that I was getting comfortable, bro.
Exactly. I already know how it is, you feel me? So that being said, then what would you say is a way that you're able to stay like focused, driven?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's realizing what really matters, bro. You know, because like we get lost in things that money can buy, but once you experience it, you're left with a void of okay, what now? You
Yeah.
know, like I thought making this money and living comfortable is actually gonna make me happy, but real talk, I've done it and I'm not happy. I'm not fulfilled. So what does really matter? You know, and then you kind of start to journal and write down like what actually matters. You know, what
Talk to him.
you know, how you actually gonna make a difference? How you gonna improve your life? How you gonna improve someone else's life? When it's all said and done, what matters? So like writing those things
Yeah.
out and getting that clear in your head. For me, bro, it's like helping people, man.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what it is for me. Like if I'm not doing that,
Talk to
it,
him, bro. Talk to him, man. Nah, that's
yeah,
100%, brother. Like a lot of people, especially men who are ambitious, like we want things, we want to achieve things, and maybe like a lot of us didn't grow up around certain experiences, so we
mhm,
seek to have those experiences, but unbeknownst to us, once we get there, it's not going to be satisfying. Like you might have like a high, right? But there's
yeah,
something that's called a hedonic. I forgot what the second word is, but basically it's like you get something and you get this really high, and then you go low and it's just like a baseline. And that's because like there's always something to conquer, there's always something to climb. So then it becomes okay, so what is really sustainable? And like you said, helping, service. Like I always say, bro, it's no ego. Like I'm a servant. As men, we come here to serve people, right?
mhm,
So if you could figure out how to earn a lot of money by serving people and walking in your purpose, that's the
mhm.
best existence.
100, bro. You know, and like for me right now, it's serving people, but maybe like when I have a family, then it's gonna become serving my family first and foremost. So the guys that have a family that are watching this, like, dude, like you have the biggest motivation to not get complacent and not get comfortable and not be weak right there because you're serving the ultimate form of that's the ultimate form of service, is serving your immediate family, bro.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, yeah, man, I that's what it's for me right now, you know.
Mm,
But yeah, bro. Like there was a video that you made, and I'd be
mhm.
watching your content every now and then. Um I forget what it's called, but you looked into the camera and you said, what do you say? You said, you got comfortable or something like that. Maybe it was a short. Maybe it was a short, bro. I'm not sure. I think it was a long form video, but there was a shorts that I watched about it too. And I was
Mhm.
like, yo, like he's calling me out right now because obviously, like even though things are going good for me, that's when you get comfortable. So I was leaning into that comfort a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. It's
kind of
easy to do that too, bro.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It takes a different caliber of man to be comfortable and to still push himself. And like this is why I always say you're gonna have to become a maniac because
yeah,
as humans, we all seek, bro, everybody seeks to be comfortable. I
yes,
myself, bro, I like to make money. You feel me? Like I got the girl, balls are drained every night. You comfortable? You doing
yeah,
your little routine? You
yeah,
comfortable? And then you're like, fuck. You're like, I know I'm not maximizing. Some
yeah,
guys, they stay there. And then other guys are like, I gotta go harder.
yeah. Yeah, and that's dude, like when you associate pain with staying the same, that's what helps you check yourself and then reach to the next level, you know? Because like you just said, like when you realize you're staying the same, you're staying stagnant, you associate pain with that.
Yeah.
Because you have an idea.
It's painful either way.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, so it's like probably a lot of guys, they get comfortable when they stay there because they don't associate pain with staying stagnant and staying comfortable, especially if they don't have a clear goal of where they want to get to, right? Because we're looking at the future like, oh shit, this is what I want to do. And I'm here right now and I'm stuck here. Like we're gonna associate pain with that shit, you know?
Facts. Yeah. Nah, that's 100% facts. And guys think that, okay, so one of the common things I noticed that is the worst thing that we can do is off-put something like, yo, once I get here, I'll be doing this, I'll be that. It's like, no, like,
wow.
As men, so many people think that our purpose is once we get here. No, we're living in our purpose right now. All these little small days and moments in the day where you have thoughts, doubting yourself, like, fuck it, like, can I do? Like, that's a part of the collective purpose and process that nobody talks about because it's not sexy. All they see is the highlights, but not like these like little days, these little like talks with ourselves. You feel me? Like when you in the shower, sit down, like, fuck, like that's a part of the collective experience. And either way, it's painful. Whether you stay right here and you never become where you know that you could, or you feel me, you gotta claw tooth and nail to get there, but don't rest when you get there because that's the thing. Just like life is always gonna fuck you up, somebody's gonna die, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get your heart broken, you're gonna go back to baseline. Life will never fucking end. And once you realize that shit, you're always sweating. You can enjoy the good times, but you're like, let me not get comfortable because I got to be ready for the next season. That's how I look at it.
Real talk. And you mentioned that about like kind of staying present and realizing that you're really essentially, this is it. Like, it's not in the future. It's not going to happen later. Like, this is it now. So when I was doing affirmations, bro, like I would always wake up in the morning and say like, I am building my dream life, right? And I would put that shit off in the future, right? And then I was wondering like, damn, like why do I wake up every morning like anxious and like I have this fear-driven motivation where I feel like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I don't go like 1,000,000 miles an hour, like I felt like I was just, something was chasing after me and I was running away, like a negative form of motivation. And I there was that mindset, bro. Like, dude, I'm not creating my dream life. I am living it.
Boom.
So when I switched that,
look at where you at, bro. You're in fucking Colombia.
You know what I'm saying? I never thought it was possible. Real talk. So just that mindset shift that you just talked about is huge. You know what I'm saying? It really does change a lot.
Wow. How did you realize that? Because most guys never get to that place mentally that you're at right now.
Yo, you know what I realized it? So I went to Dominican Republic first. And I hadn't gone out the country in probably like since I was like 10 or 12 years old. And I was there and I was like, is this it? Like, I thought I was going to feel something because I had been like imagining this for like 8 months. You know what I'm saying? And I realized like, bro, like, what the fuck am I complaining about? Like, why do I feel down about myself? Dude, I'm literally living my dream life. I'm living it. And then when I woke up the next morning to read my affirmations, I was like, dude, I've been putting the dream life off in the future when reality it's now. Like, I have to start living it now, you know? So that's when I realized it.
Bro, that is a superpower. Like, I always say that a man has to live from the end state right now, which is a difficult concept for like a lot of guys like to wrap their head around. It's like, if you want to experience something, just think of, okay, how does that version of Huncho act? How does he sleep? How does he wipe his ass? I mean, make it real. Like, think about it all, right?
Awesome.
And then you just start doing it right now. And then literally each day, like I said, that's a part of the journey. And before you know, like, you wake up and you're like, fuck, I'm in Colombia, I'm doing this, bro. I'm in Turkey, I'm in fucking Abu Dhabi. And then it's like, damn, it wasn't sitting there just thinking, I can't wait to get there. It's like, no, I made a decision. And because I made a decision and I'm taking the actions and I'm congruent, literally, bro, reality will bend to your will. And this is how you get that quiet confidence, because you're congruent as a man. All these guys are making videos talking about aura and quiet confidence. You can't just like fake that shit. Like, you got to become congruent with that version of yourself.
Yes. 100. That's why I made the video about confidence. I base it around alignment, which is kind of a same concept, essentially. Just align with yourself. And yeah, man, like being present and realizing that it's now, not in the future, like that's really like it's big. And I have to pull myself back into that frame because I was just walking yesterday around Colombia, and I was like a little like feeling a little low frequency, and I was like, dude, I'm in Colombia right now. You know, like I'm living my dream life. I'm helping people. So it's constantly also like reminding yourself too, you know, of that. I think it's huge, bro. For real.
Yeah, bro. It's never ending, bro. And like that's why, like, for me, I'm always so vulnerable and like honest on camera. I'm like, look, I might be a couple of steps like ahead of some people, but I have to check myself daily because like as a man, you gotta be able like to manage yourself first
Yes.
before you can go like manage other people, like lead other people.
Wow.
And if you can't get like okay with yourself up here, especially like doing like what we're doing, living alone in different countries and different societies, which is growing us as men, which is why I tell every guy, you gotta do that shit. If you can do that shit abroad,
I'll
bro.
do it anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. It's like the constantly a reminder, and it's just a lot of the universe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to upkeep it. They're just habits, bro. They're habits. Every week or every 2 weeks, you assess what you're doing, recenter yourself, you know, and constantly purge things that need to be removed.
Yeah.
It's definitely an ongoing process. It's like working out. If you stop working out, you stop eating healthy, your physique is gonna go. It's gonna go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same stuff with the mindset. You have to constantly be keeping it in check. I agree.
That's a fact. So would you say that now that you're living in a completely different society by yourself, right?
Yeah, by myself.
Okay. Would you say that now that you're a little bit isolated from the normalities of what you're used to, that you have more time to sit down and think alone as a man?
Yeah, 100%. That's why solitude is so powerful.
Yeah.
So powerful. It's so painful, but it's so powerful, bro.
Yeah.
Like I feel like people watching this won't even understand what we're saying right now. Like solitude is painful. It's like bittersweet at first, bro. You're taking a bite. That shit is bitter as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, but it teaches you so much about yourself. And I think every man needs a phase where he's alone. Not permanently, because this is where people get twisted, bro. They think like I'm on some sort of monk mode, perma thing. No. They're phases. You know how it is, bro. Like life goes in phases, seasons, spring, summer, etc. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think being alone, yeah, it definitely gives you time. Because, bro, think about it. You already know nobody's hitting you up to hang out. Nobody's trying to take your time from you. You know what I'm saying? No, you have more time to actually get to know yourself and think. You know what I'm saying? Which is powerful.
Yeah. It's literally all on you. Like whether you choose to make a schedule for yourself and be disciplined, it's all on you. And most people in general are afraid of themselves. They're afraid of sitting down with their thoughts. They constantly need some form of like stimuli or distraction. But if you can really sit down with yourself and think as a man and just like observe your thoughts, like without judgment or anything like that, you can pinpoint exactly what you think on a subconscious level.
Wow. That's so powerful, bro. That's so powerful. Man, like, bro, like, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a guy who always, like, I could not be in silence. I had to be either with a girl on the phone, you know what I'm saying? And when I was done with that phone call, I dialed up another girl, always on the phone with girls, you know what I'm saying? Like most guys watching this, you can never be alone with yourself. But once you force yourself to be alone, that's when you go through that process, what you're talking about here. And unfortunately, the way that I forced myself to go through that was after a breakup, when I had to just like, I was rock bottom. I had to take a step back. You know what I'm saying? God slapped me in the face. It's how it is. We learn the hard way. But that's the best thing ever.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, man, let me tell you something. So I came across the teachings of Stoicism like right after getting my heart broken, man. This was a couple of years ago, right? Again, I was living in Colombia at this point for like 2 years. And
Colombians got to you, bro. Jesus.
Bruh, I was dating this girl for a while, you feel me? Like it was like serious, you feel me? I met her whole family. She met my whole family, you feel me? Like I flew her back to the States, you feel me? Like she had like a visa and everything anyway. And so it was going well, bro. And then you feel me? Like it just ended. And bro, I went to Italy and I lived in a small ass village for 4 months. I didn't tell anybody, bro. And I was just heartbroken and I was just working on myself the business, mind, physique. And literally, I came across the teachings of Stoicism in Rome one day, walking around by myself. And I was just in the trenches, like rebuilding my life as a man, bro. Because like a whole bunch of shit, man, like happened at that same point. I lost my job. I had the breakup, you feel me? Like I had like deaths around me and everything. And I found myself in a tiny village in Italy, again, with myself, pondering and just getting, okay, grow the fuck up, man up, this happened.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, you as a man are alone and nobody's going to save you. What are you going to do?
Yes. Yeah, I had that same point, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, to build yourself up, you got to be torn down. You need to be torn down. You need to be. So, like, when all those bad things happen, that's the best thing that could ever happen to any man, because you need to get torn the fuck down to build yourself up from ground zero. If that doesn't happen, it's very hard to find a man who build himself up without getting torn down, bro. You know,
guys are scared though, bro. That's the honest truth, man. Like, men are. A lot of guys are scared of failure, so they won't even put themselves in a position to fail. But unbeknownst to them, by doing that, they're already failing.
Exactly.
It's crazy,
already, bro. It's a lot of things, man. But like fundamentally, man, distractions, man. Distractions. You know what I'm saying? You're going through whatever you're going through. People will distract themselves. People, they'll start drinking, smoking weed, et cetera, et cetera. Distraction, women, sex, it's distraction. Bro, like actually deal with the problem. You never deal with the problem because you're distracting yourself.
Talk to him. Yeah.
I don't mean to go on.
Talk to him, bro. Talk to them, bro. Talk to them.
You will never deal with the issue.
There's a lot of guys that need to hear this, bro. Talk to them, bro.
Yeah, like you went through the same process, and a lot of guys go through it that actually like take control of their lives. It's like, bro, you need to fix the problem. The problem is the person that's looking back at you in the mirror and his level of personal development and lack of awareness. You don't even know what you want in life. Why? Because when it's time to think those things through, you're out here hanging out with friends, dating women, having sex with women, getting drunk. You never take time alone to think. You know what I'm saying? Like I have this notebook right here. Matter of fact, let me bring it up.
Yes, sir.
Like last year, bro, in 2024, right? January 2024. I had so much time to myself because I just removed myself completely from all sorts of distractions. And I was just writing stuff in here, bro. Like, what do I want my life to be? Like, who do I want to be known for? What do I want people to say about me when I'm dead, et cetera, all that stuff. And, dude, 1 year later, I'm not great, but I'm moving towards that person that I really want to be, bro.
That's funny that you mentioned that, man. I got the same shit, bro. Feel me? Every country I've been to, bro, I have every single story in it, and I've been in some crazy situations all over the world, bro. And I got it all right here.
Hey, that shit's worth some money, bro. It's got a lot of experience in that book.
Man, it's crazy though. Like, once you can truly face yourself as a man, and what I realize now too, by like speaking to guys like from all over the world, is that most guys, bro, they just ain't got it, bro. That's the truth. You feel like most guys just don't have be a great, and that's not necessarily bad. I mean, they're average. The average is the average. But what gets me is when guys say that they want to be a great, not understanding like the level of maniacal focus and implementation and detachment it's gonna take to get to that level, bro. You feel me? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why it has to. That's why I believe for 90% of people, it has to be pain that pushes them to that, and it has to be to the point where that's their only option. You know what I'm saying?
1000% correct. Yeah, but again, right? Let's say that it's a guy that's watching this that's comfortable. He's not feeling a lot of pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is he gonna be pushed further, right? Because not everybody has the thought, okay, I'm comfortable, but let me push myself. Few people have that thought frame. So it's like, for the guy that doesn't have his back against the wall, how does he force himself to do more?
I think you're more experienced with that particular question than I would be, bro. Because I'm just experiencing comfortableness now in terms of not having to do it because I can pay bills. I'm good, but I'm just experiencing that now. So I think you're probably more experience to answer that.
I'll tell you what happened to me. So I remember the first time I went from like just being super poor to having like some money and then being able to like experience true freedom was in 2021, right? And I talk about this a lot. You feel me? Like I was broke and I started making like decent money. You feel me? Easy sexual access. I'm traveling all over the world. Everything is great. And I got comfortable and I lost everything, right? I lost everything like, bro, I swear, if like fucking 2-3 times in my life. And I mean, back down to zero, everything, bro. It always happened like that. And then I had to sit down and ask myself, like, why do I keep on going back down the baseline? And then this is when I started really getting into working on the mind, because I was like, the common denominator here is me. I felt imposter syndrome. I didn't believe I was worthy of making that much money. I didn't believe I was worthy of experiencing the girls I had. Like, it was all type of shit. And so now I'm like, okay, I will never allow myself to get comfortable again. I don't care how much money I make or what happens. It's like, it's bigger than me, right? The mission of helping and serving has to be bigger than you. Because if it's just about you getting to 10K a month, 15K a month, 100K a month, again, it's called hedonic adaptation, I believe. Once you get there, it's gonna be this spike, this high, but it's a hard drop. And then you're like fucking depressed because you put your, happiness on that end goal. When in reality, the journey should be the goal. The growth of you should be the goal.
You see that book? That's what it talks about. He says, focus on systems. Yeah. It's like what you're saying, bro. It's like focus on systems, not on the goals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's key. I like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like the gold medal people, the gold medal syndrome, they win the gold medal, they get depressed, win a championship, they slack, they don't repeat, they get ripped, they get fat. That's really what it is. Is what you're talking about there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's real, bro. Like, it has to be bigger than you. You know what I'm saying? You have to actually just obviously fall in love with the habits essentially as well, right? Apart from having that big why and the purpose, like you need to realize that if you don't maintain those habits, that's it, bro. You're going to go right back to square one. Yeah. Do not betray the habits that got you to where you were. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not preaching to you guys or you, bro. Like, I'm even preaching to myself, right? Because like I hit a record month in November. You know what I'm saying? I made like, for the first time, it's not even that much, bro. But for me, first time ever, right? I made like 22 cash collected in November. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? December.
That is a lot, bro. That, like, now that I've lived all over the world, I have a global perspective, bro. As you know, in Colombia, if you make $1,500 a month, you're in the top percentile. So, bro, let's not act like we're not men now that have experienced different societies. You making 22K puts you in the top percentage in the USA, which is a first world country. So that's a big deal. We can celebrate that we got there, but we can't rest on our past laurels.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Say that, and that's a big fact, bro.
Yeah,
a big fact. One of my mentors says, don't betray the habits, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? What got you there is gonna help you sustain it, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like December was down. It was probably down like a couple thousand, maybe. Like I did like 18 or whatever. But it's just not on the uptrend, you know?
Yeah.
So I think what you're talking about for like entrepreneurs and people, like, you know what I'm saying? It's very beneficial, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man. And I learned that shit just through like failing, bro, because I had high months and then you feel me, like I'm blowing money, I'm flying girls out, I'm doing this, and it's like I had to grow through that season and learn all that shit, because at the end of the day, bro, it's like, as a man, nobody's coming to save you, bro.
Nah, bro.
You can make a fuck ton of money and the second that shit go away, bro, nobody's there to save you. So it's like you have to be disciplined in all sectors of your life, and that shit's not easy.
Yeah, it's more work to actually work for yourself and produce money for yourself, because you can't take the days off, at least for the first year or the first 6 months. You can't. You got to be going harder, but you will have the freedom. It's just people take that freedom too soon, which never ends up building the momentum required to actually get everything off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, that's a big fact, bro. And I tell guys all the time, like entrepreneurship and life and dating is so similar because it's like it's
Ooh, I think my connection is bad. Let me see if I rejoin. Yeah, my connection probably messed up. You still hear me, bro?
I do. You still hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, my connection probably got messed up a little bit.
I think it might be me though,
Is it?
which is odd.
Yeah, I like to blame Colombians for everything, so let's just say it was me, bro.
But yeah, bro, like I was saying, man, like this shit is a journey and entrepreneurship is spiritual, bro, because like you will be tested, bro.
Yeah, yeah, 100. You know, you mentioned imposter syndrome, feeling like you deserve to make X amount of money. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a very interesting subject, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think that's fundamentally that's what stopped me from actually ever making money. Was feeling like I never deserved to make that type of money, you know? And yeah. Yep. And it's like you have to prove your self-worth to yourself. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? You lack self-worth or you self-doubt because you're not doing enough. So you know you don't deserve it, bro. Like, check it out. If you're waking up at 4 a.m, working, doing everything you're supposed to, doing all your habits, grinding, you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna feel like you deserve to make X amount of money?
Yeah.
You are gonna feel like you deserve it because you're actually proving it to yourself with action. So I feel like a major component of lack of self-worth, lack of self-doubt, imposter syndrome is your conscience is telling you, bro, you really don't deserve it. And your conscience is right. Because you're probably not proving it enough to yourself with action. So that at least that's the action part of the thing, right? Aside from the mental, but that's the way you know what I'm saying? I see that.
No, I agree, bro. Like I remember my first time making 6 figures. And again, I come from a poor Haitian family, bro. Like I was the first person in my whole bloodline to ever make 6 figures. So like that's a big deal, bro. Yeah. And I had so many mental battles, bro, and I was like I felt like an imposter, bro. And like I did not believe I deserved to make that money, even though I was. And I had to check myself, like, obviously I'm getting paid this amount because I'm doing something right. But I didn't believe it. And so it took a while for me to like really do that deep work and like dispel all of those thoughts that I was just this kid like from the hood that was poor, that was this, that was that. And like that's deep work that's not sexy that guys don't talk about, right? Mm-hmm. It's like until you address those mental blockages and battles in your mind, you can make $200K a month, bro. You're gonna fuck it up. You feel me? Like I know so many scammers that make so much money, bro, but they have a self-image issue and they like something isn't aligned. And so they always fuck it up, always.
So how did you go about kind of purging those self-views and stuff like that without giving away too much game? Because, yo, you guys want help? You guys need a coach or a mentor. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Listen, man, I got a mentor right now, bro. You feel me? Like I've dropped racks, you feel me, like on coaching. And man, what helped me reshift my paradigm was first and foremost, like we spoke about, sitting down alone and isolating myself from people. And then 2, observing my thoughts. Like, what am I actually thinking? And I'm observing my thoughts without judgment. And I'm like, okay, that's what I really believe. I believe that I'm this, I believe that I'm that. Okay. So now that I've pinpointed that in the moment of solitude, right? I said, let's shift that thought because human beings, we have like 70,000 thoughts a day in which 90% are the same. Yeah. So your current reality that you're experiencing is based off of old thoughts and old thinking patterns. So if you can understand that, if you could just shift 5% of those 70,000 thoughts, how would that look? If you could shift 10%, 7,000 thoughts a day are now new, and it's now aimed towards the man that you believe that you are. How differently would you walk? How would you talk? What blessings would you bring into your life by just thinking 10% different? And so once you can hack the mind that way and then start taking the actions, like I said earlier, you realize that this shit is all the game, bro.
Yeah.
So you're constantly playing with like different like universal laws, and then it becomes fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that universal laws thing, I know you made a video about that too. Like I said, I've been watching some of your videos, and that shit is so true, bro. Like all these truths, all the answers in your life, just look at the universe, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's true. And that's kind of what I did too, man. You know what I'm saying? I do it through affirmations because I just they had a profound impact on me. So like that's kind of how I reprogram my mind. Like you kill
Walk me through what you do. Walk the audience through too. Like what do you do?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's weird, bro, because the way I found this out, it wasn't really through anybody necessarily teaching me. It was out of desperation, bro. You know, I was really just so unhappy with my life and with who I was as a person that I just had to try something new. So I decided every morning when I would wake up, the first thing I would do is read out a list of affirmations that I had written. But the key is how you write the affirmations, which tie beautifully into what you said. You said, think about how that man would talk, how he would walk, how he would communicate, what that person would actually do, the specifics.
Yeah.
So the way I wrote the affirmations were in specific format, right? I would affirm, I am a confident man. And then I would write down what a confident man looks like, right? I speak, you know what I'm saying? I speak without thinking twice about what I say or like, et cetera, right? It was a long list. And so I think that has such a profound impact because it was so specific. Like you said, you have to know what that person looks like, what he does, what he acts like specifically. So it was playing that recording in my mind as soon as I woke up. I was creating an imagination of this character that I wanted to be like every morning, essentially rewiring my brain. So over time, over time, I just started feeling that massive difference, you know?
Wow. And you just spoke about something that's like super important, which I talk about a lot, but I still don't think like a lot of guys grasp it. You said like you have to see it in your imagination. Like for me, I literally created an alter ego. You feel me? Like I created another version of myself, and that version of myself was the best version of myself. And so then I said, okay, cool. How would he speak? What would he do? I said, well, this version of me speaks 7 languages. So I learned Spanish, Igbo. I'm studying Chinese Mandarin. I'm studying Hindi. And so I started throwing myself and pinballing myself off of different countries and continents and just learning. And I was like, shit, bro, I remember this one time, but like I said, man, this one time, like I recognized like I was a completely different person. I was in a barn at 2 a.m. in a little village in Iceland with 300 Vikings. Damn. And I'm like, what the, like, this shit, I'm different, bro. So I was like, yo, this is crazy, bro.
You got some balls, bro.
Bro, I was like, yo, I'm really living like the version of myself that I wrote down in my journal. And I'm learning Icelandic, and I'm with Icelandic women. And I'm like, fuck, like, my life feels like a movie. And so literally, I want every guy on this call to understand that life is like a movie, and you can literally write and rewrite your own script. And if God understands his power, bro, guys won't just be talking about the superficial women and 304 and all the red pill shit. And it's like there's
that's such a distraction. It's such a distraction. Like
there's so much more life than that shit, man.
Yeah, it's such a distraction. And like he said, guys, you can literally create your movie, but you have to get in solitude and get this in line and write it out and actually create this vision, because that's step one. It's step one, you know? And like saying, bro, my life has been a movie this last year, and it's not because I'm special or nothing like that. It's just following the same stuff we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Like I literally wrote down exactly what was going to happen, what I wanted to make. Bro, December 31st, 2024, I made exactly what the amount that I had written down. If it wasn't for one day, that last day of the year last year, I would have not accomplished the goal. But literally, like all the goals essentially that I wrote down, I made it happen, making my life into a movie, literally. And that's how you got to look at it, bro. But they have to get down and, you know what I'm saying, in solitude, think to themselves about themselves, who they are, write down the person that they want to be, and then from there, take action.
Yep. And it really is that simple. it's not easy, but it's that simple. And sometimes, like when I explain these like in videos, like I feel like it goes, bro, like guys just don't get it. And so I constantly have to like say the same thing over and over again in a different way, in a way
Mm-hmm.
that guys can understand it, because it really is that simple, bro. Once you
Mm-hmm.
decide as a man what you want, and then you just start deluding yourself by taking the actions, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh fuck. It's like, damn, bro. Like I'm in Colombia right now.
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. My life is awesome, bro. You can become whoever you want to be. That's it.
Yeah, man. I know you're loving it over there right now, man.
Yeah. I like it here, bro. I mean, if it was for me, I'd stay here. You know what I'm saying? I'd stay here for sure. It's dope. It's dope. The scenery is just breathtaking, bro.
Yeah.
You go out to a mall and you're eating like by the freaking mountainside and you're seeing this. Yo, I'm like, holy crap! Like,
You
it's the
must be
best.
talking about Santa Fe.
That's right.
Santa Fe
That's
Mall.
exactly where I
Yeah.
was there yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
It's the same.
So are you gonna stay there for 6 months, or are you thinking about going somewhere else? Like, what are you thinking about doing?
Man, that's a great question. I think I might stay here for a few more months, man. A few more months. But I've always liked the idea of Dubai, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I also blend in because they think I'm like from there. They're like, oh, that's my cousin, you know, because I got the beard and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Hmm.
I like that idea, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet, bro.
Yeah. Take it
Yeah.
one day at a time.
Yeah. I haven't really gone out that far as to decide like where do I really want to go or if I want to stay long term like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Now that makes sense. Man, for me, I got a mastermind event in Medellin this September. That's
Okay.
gonna be the first one. So this is more than likely gonna be like my last year, like living in Colombia full time, because I've been there like 4 years at this point. And so for
Hmm.
me, bro, I'm looking into Malaysia. I'm looking into Ethiopia, South Africa.
Okay.
I'm looking into Serbia. I'm looking into a few places, because right now I've got a home base, right? That's in South America,
Okay.
Colombia. I got a home base in the States. And in terms of Europe, like it's been like Italy, but I want to go more east. You feel me? So for me, the goal has always been have a home and have multiple properties on every single continent and be
That's
able
fine.
to speak those different languages and do business that way. So
That's fine.
that's been the vision for me.
Yeah. Talk about well rounded. I mean, that's a well rounded man right there. That vision. You know.
As we should be, bro. Man, Renaissance man, bro. Like I believe a man should be able to handle himself in every single society. You feel me? And that shit is extremely difficult, bro. Like learning these languages, that shit is not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's some serious work though. Like that's commendable, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because I'm
appreciate
already
it,
here
man.
switching between Spanish and English, and I'm a native Spanish speaker, and I'm like, yo, I can't even speak properly, like communicate my thoughts as well as I can in English. Um,
It takes time to like switch like from different languages, bro. Like
yeah,
it's crazy. Like this right here is a topic that I don't really see guys speaking about. But if you could build yourself to speaking 4 languages, 5 languages, 6 languages fluently, just think about what that'll do for you business wise,
hmm,
what that'll do for you friendship wise, right? Like I
hmm,
got friends like all over the world, and it's only because I took the time just to learn a little bit about them, their culture, how they speak, and so that shit changes the entire way that you think, that you see the world, and then life just starts to like, bro, it opens up for you.
yeah, it's like an amplifier, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, man. You touched on something
Yeah.
when you said I had to build like an alter ego,
Yeah.
and I felt that shit. I was like, yeah, like I feel what he's talking about. That's very true, bro. That's where the word huncho comes from, bro.
Oh,
That's
for
not.
real?
Yeah, that's where I came from. That's my alter ego, bro. I had to like create a person that I was motivated by just thinking of what that person looks like, you know. And to me, that's
Mm.
huncho. Like obviously, the word huncho means like leader. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
what that means, like leading by example. You know what I'm saying? Being the top dog, whatever. So that's what huncho means, man. It's obviously I'm not
Mm.
naturally a huncho, bro. Like, come on, man. I was a man who was lazy as hell, just like most people watching and all that stuff. But you have to create a new person for yourself.
Yeah. Nah, bro. I feel that completely, man. Like for me, like I say in my videos a lot, I was very shy. I was timid. I was very uncertain of myself, and I had to pick myself up by the bootstraps, and I had to make something happen. And I would like to think, I would like to think that every man has that dog in him. I would love to think that. But when you look at the actions of a lot of men, it's like some guys don't got that fight, which is why I do believe that it's important for men to be together so that we can feed off of like each other's energy and like
Yes.
really push each other. Because
Yes.
sometimes, bro, all a man needs to get everything is just like that consistent push, being pushed.
Dude, all you need is one person, bro. One
Yeah.
person. You know what I'm saying? That could be a mentor, a friend. That all you need is one person. You know, I had this channel, this idea of building this YouTube channel, right? And
Yeah.
I was doubting it. I was like, nah, like who am I? I'm stupid. Like I don't speak well. Like I make weird faces, all this stuff. And I ended up making friends with this one cat. And all it took was for that one cat to tell me, like, bro, like, I think you could really do this.
Wow.
All it took was for one person to make myself believe that I wasn't crazy, that I could actually make it happen. And I just took that 1 ounce, 2 ounces of faith and ran with it.
Yeah.
And 1 year later, you know what I'm saying? Thank God and thank the universe, we're doing pretty good. So, yeah, it's your environment is huge. Like, you have to get away from people that don't believe in you. And for a lot of people, it's their girlfriend. Let's be honest, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're probably not giving their girlfriend a reason to believe in them anyways. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like a circular reasoning because you're expecting her to believe in you, but she's seeing you be lazy, wake up late, not a man of ethic, not a man of habits, not a man of character. So of course she's not going to believe in you. But if that relationship is compromised, detach from the relationship so you can actually build the self-belief to actually become the man, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of times too, it's family. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh. A lot of times, bro, it's the family that's like inviting those little thoughts of doubt. Like, oh, why don't you get a real job?
Yes.
Why don't you do this, Dudley?
Yes.
What are you doing over there in Colombia? They're racist. Why are you in Norway? Why are you this? Why can't you just be normal? I heard all this shit. You feel me? Man, listen, man. I show my mom my fucking statements. I was like, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, listen, like, don't tell me what to do. From like, if you have a vision for yourself, go all in on yourself because the pain of you being 50 years old and knowing that you didn't maximize your life, I don't want to live that way, bro. I don't want to become a bitter ass old dude that didn't go all in on myself.
Bro, you said it beautifully, bro. Like, dude, look at the person who's giving you the advice. Whether it's your mom, your dad, it doesn't matter. Just look at them and look at the advice. If you take their advice, it's going to lead you to where they're at. Do you want to be where they're at? Do you want their life? If not, then don't even bother listening, bro. Disregard.
That's a whole fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole fact. Yeah, that's like, a whole fact, bro.
Yeah, you just have to. And man, I'm gonna be honest. Like I've been pretty harsh on my mom sometimes, bro. Like probably a little bit disrespectful, and I definitely need to ask for forgiveness. But there's definitely a part of you that has to like completely detach from family expectations, family support, family anything. No, bro, it's you. Because honestly, like it just has to be that way, bro. They're gonna hold you back tremendously. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's powerful, bro. What you just shared is real shit because there have definitely been times where like I was a little bit harsh on my mom and I held a grudge against her for like certain things that she did or said. And then it came to a point where I realized as a grown man, I was still holding on to traumas and things from her. And for me, I had to like sit her down one day and just like talk to her candidly and let that shit go for me to free myself. And then now that you feel me, like I'm getting older, I'm like, wow, our parents were just kids trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
The same way that we're adults right now figuring it out, our parents were the same way. But as kids, you look at your parents like they're just like, you know what I'm saying, like high and mighty, but really they were just kids trying to figure it out as well. So once you have that perspective, you can be like, wow, she don't got it all figured out. I don't got it all figured out.
Real talk, you know? Like I had that same conversation. That's wild, bro. Like success leaves clues. I had that same conversation. I sat her down too, bro. You
wow.
Know, like yeah, like that happened. That happened last year, 2024, after my car accident. So we're talking about summertime, you know. So like 6 months
Yeah.
after I started my personal development journey, that's when it
Hmm.
happened. But like I come from a very traditional family. Like my dad's actually like a pastor, bro. Like
Wow, that's crazy. My
cons-
mom's a pastor.
oh well, there you go. Similar backgrounds then. There you
Yeah.
go. So you already know the very conservative, traditional, religious mentality, and you already know what that entails. A lot of
Yeah.
pressure. You know what I'm saying? A lot of conflict. So yeah, bro. I sat her down. I said, "Listen, mom, I love you," and I told her like I'm gonna live life on my own terms.
Wow.
You know, and it kind of hurt me to say that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And even as a grown ass man, that kind of hit me with some fear because I was still thinking like, damn, like what are my parents gonna think of me? You know what I'm saying? Because they grew me up to be
Yeah.
this religious dude. But I was like, listen, I'm not gonna fake nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I've kind of always been like that, like more upfront, as like telling them straight up, like, hey, this is what I am, this is what I do. But I had never done it in such an unapologetic way. So the guys
Wow.
watching this, Dudley did it, I did it. You have to detach from the titty.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy, man. Like, as you were saying that story, I'm thinking down to like when I actually sat down with her and I finally said in a voice all of the things that like I was like holding on to. I'm talking about shit from like when I was like 7 years old, 8 years old.
Wow.
You feel me? And like that shit was just freeing. And a lot of guys, we don't talk about this shit like trauma. Like guys are like, okay, yeah, okay, sure, trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like it's taboo, but nah, G shit as a grown man, bro. If you don't address your childhood, it's gonna permeate into your business, into your relationships, and you're carrying shit as a grown man. You gotta let that shit go because oftentimes what's blocking a lot of men is their traumas. It is
Mhm.
themselves. But if you can free yourself mentally as a man, then you can start focusing on the business and then growing the business. But some guys don't understand that the baggage that they're carrying from a random day at the age of 7 is fucking with them at the age of 40.
Wow. That's gems right there, bro. That's definitely gems. Yeah. That's powerful. That's something I haven't even like
Yeah.
really like even sat down to learn or even like do. But probably down the road, it's probably something I'm gonna cross down as far as like really just going into that the trauma and seeing what can I free up. Because I know I've heard several people speak on the subject, so there's definitely a lot there, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I'm constantly healing myself every day. Like last October, like I went and did ayahuasca, right? And I went into ayahuasca from like in the mountains over there, right?
Mm,
Thinking that like I was still suffering from one thing, and that she showed me that I had already healed, but I loved being attached to pain and trauma. So I kept myself thinking that I was so worried about that. And then I asked her, I was like, why am I so attached to struggle and pain? And then that's when I started to like decode how I really see myself. And so,
uh,
bro, there's so much spiritual work that a man has to do, bro. It's fucking insane.
yeah, I know I'm addicted to pain, bro. I already know that. You know what I'm saying? So
It's fuel. It's fuel.
yeah, yeah, 100%, bro. 100%.
Feel me? Like that shit is motivation. Like for me, bro, I tap into pain in almost all my videos. You feel me? Like, and you can kind of see like when I tap into it because like
Mm-hmm.
my whole like physiology
100.
changes, bro.
100. It's like a
It's
tiger
like,
is getting like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you see, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I do
But
the same too sometimes.
I've been learning too, bro. It's it's okay to be healthy.
Yeah.
And I don't think, bro, that's a whole nother conversation that
Mm.
a lot of people aren't even like ready for. Like, it's okay to be a healthy man, bro.
Yeah, I have a mentor who I'm working with, and that's kind of what he's trying to introduce. You know what I'm saying? Is that concept what you said? Like having a positive why or having a like a you know what I'm saying? Like a instead of
Yeah,
being negatively motivated, which kind of ties in, right?
yeah,
It's okay to be
yeah.
healthy. Interesting.
Wow. Nah, bro, because for all my life, I've used pain as a driver to get things done. And so I got to this point where I was kind of confused because things were going so well, I was like, oh shit, like I don't really have anything to complain about. So what the fuck am I gonna do? And then that's when I had to take it out of me and be like, it ain't about you, dude. Like it's about you serving this greater cause. Like you have to find other reserves of fuel in your life as a man other than hurt and pain. And then once you can find other resources that's gonna drive you, now you have infinite drive and energy. That's a whole nother level.
So how do you kind of find that why, or how do you find that, you know what I'm saying, that higher purpose?
That's an excellent question. I'm still doing it now, and one thing that helps me is just serving, bro. Being a servant. You feel me? Like there's so much negative context or connotation to servant or servitude, but really, if you're a teacher, if you're a coach, if you're in business, if you're a boss, you're a servant. So really teaching, educating, and like servicing my guys for me fuels me up, because when I see them in their businesses and they're making 10K months now, 15K months now, 20K, I'm like, fuck, like I've really created an ecosystem where guys are getting better. And it's like, this shit is so much bigger than me. Like, even if I want to stop now, I can't. So it's like that shit is constantly pushing me forward because I've created something that I have to grow. I have to. So for me, just like serving, teaching, helping.
That's dope, bro. Getting lost like in the service of others and seeing them, you know what I'm saying, grow.
Yeah. That's how you get rich, bro.
Yeah.
Like truly wealthy is like you having freedom, autonomy as a man, but serving, helping, and now you have purpose, right? Because there's a lot of guys that make a lot of money, but they're slaves and they're not happy, and they have to overcompensate and buy designer and buy things and buy women. But when you're rooted in who you are as a man, and through that work, you're abundant, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, man. If you're making 50, 100, 200K a month and you're not loving what you do, or you're not feeling that sense of purpose, I guarantee you, man, it's going to be dreadful, bro. Because dude, it doesn't matter what you buy. Once you make that amount of money, it doesn't make a difference what you buy. It loses the meaning, because it's like, all right, another Monday, all right, another Tuesday, let me just spend $2,000, $3,000 or whatever the fuck. So like, operating without that purpose, that is hell. You know what I'm saying? So I constantly remind myself again with like affirmations and journaling, like, why am I doing what I'm doing? And obviously like seeing clients get results and changing their lives, and having that as an active part of my day, because the way like I schedule my days, I'll have a client call like at 10 a.m. every day. And I got that from like Sam Evans, because Sam Evans had like a 2-hour block every day where he would have like client calls. And it's like, dude, it's free motivation, because you're checking in with a client, right? And you know he's going to get results if he's been following the program. So once you speak to him and see his life changing, that's just a boost of motivation for you the rest of your day, bro.
Yeah.
You know
Nah, that's a big fact, bro. That's a big fact. Wow.
Yeah, like, dude, if I'm making 50K or 100K, I know that's not going to make me happy whatsoever at all, bro. Like at all. You know, it's
it's not. Well, I mean, like for me, I realize that the more money I make, the less things I want. Because like for me, especially living in so many different countries that perhaps don't have a lot of certain things that like we get like in the States, I'm like, I really don't need much. I got my computer, I could work, I got some outfits, I got my health. What the fuck do you need, bro? Like, I don't need fucking designer clothes. I don't need a Rolex. Is it nice to have? Yeah, I would like some. Okay, cool. But that's not going to make you happy, right?
Yeah, that's huge, bro. It's they're going to have to go through it to kind of to believe it, you know, experience it. You're going to be able to do more stuff, but that's not going to give you happiness, bro. It's not. It's not.
So in your honest opinion and expertise, what do you feel makes a man happy?
Oh, we're getting into the big questions, man. Wow. That's a great question, bro. You know, I think what we're talking about is a big component, bro. Like, well, let's just start it off like this. I always have this conversation with people. Like, we're using happiness loosely because we kind of have to define it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're meaning happiness, like in the sense of like, oh, I'm happy, like me personally, I don't believe in that kind of happiness,
Right.
because that's only like a moment, comes and goes, and I don't think that should be a man's like north compass. So, like when I speak of happiness as a man, that comes from purpose, discipline, and those things, right? Purpose, your discipline, your responsibility as a man. I think a responsible man, a disciplined man, a man of purpose is happy. So that's what I mean by happy. You know what I'm saying? I think when you don't have those things, responsibility, purpose, you know what I'm saying? I think that's when happiness goes out the window and you're suffering, you're in depression, you're hating your life. So for me, that's kind of where I'm looking to get happiness from, is by purpose, responsibilities, bro. You know?
Wow.
I don't know if that makes
Excellent. You
sense.
said, nah, for sure. For sure. It may not make sense for some people, but I understand that for sure. Because through discipline, you find happiness. Through purpose, you find fulfillment.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because as you said, there are guys right now who, listen, I know guys who are making 400 grand a month. They're not fulfilled.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, would I like to make that much a month? Of course. I'm working towards that. But I know making that number isn't going to make me happy.
Exactly.
Now, granted, blessing those around me and having certain experiences through my hard work and discipline, I'm going to feel joy. But happiness is fleeting. Happiness is futile. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I agree. You said it well. Happiness is futile, bro. Man, I was explaining this to a woman like 3 days ago, bro. Out of all things, a woman. It's like, dude, you're speaking Chinese. They're not gonna understand, bro.
They're not gonna understand that. Like, it takes a certain woman that has a certain level of maturity that can take herself out of her feminine frame of thinking to really understand that concept.
Yeah, I agree, man. I was telling her, look, man, this idea of happiness, the 2025 happiness, if men would have done that for thousands of years, society would not have existed. Like, bro, like the homies that went to D-Day in Normandy, they were in the boats. How many of them? Like 50,000, 100,000? They knew they were going to die. You think they were going over there because they were happy, bro? Or you think they were going over there because they knew that was their responsibility? That was their purpose. Like, a man's guide cannot be fucking happiness. If not, we wouldn't even exist. Humanity would not exist if that was the case.
1,000%. The more a man chases pleasure, bro, he is slowly killing himself. You cannot chase pleasure. Pleasure should be a byproduct of the work and discipline that you have as a man. From like, for example, like for me, I love women, bro. I've never been shy about it. I've been open about it. I love women a lot. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I gotta control myself sometimes because, like, you can't just be doing that. But it's like, okay, I'll work hard and then I'll enjoy some dates or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But there was a period of my life, bro, where I was going crazy and I started spiraling out of control. I was losing myself. I'm talking about 4 or 5 girls in a day. Like, what are you doing with yourself? You feel me?
Yeah. How do you feel about yourself in those moments, bro?
I felt low, bro. I felt dirty, bro. I'm like, why do you feel that you need to sleep with so many women at the same time? You feel me? So I felt low. And I was lying at the time too. I'm telling this girl that that I'm not doing this. I'm like, so that's why now I'm like, just be honest. If you want multiple women, that's okay. But what was getting to me was I was younger and I was lying to these women and I'm going around, sneaking around. And that's what a coward does.
100%.
You feel me? So.
Yeah, and I've been a coward. I've been a coward several times over before. So that's one thing I'm in the future going to fix for sure. And that's just bad karmic debt, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Because something's coming your way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It always happens
Yeah.
in reverse too.
So I gotta ask you this question, man, because everybody knows Colombia has some of the most beautiful women in the world, right?
Absolutely.
Now, I've been asked this question before, Dud, how do you live in Colombia and focus? Now, for me, I'm like, simple. I know what the fuck I'm building and working towards. I'm not getting distracted. But there is a plethora of women, and when you're of a certain echelon, you do have, like options. So how do you manage that? And when you first got to Colombia, like, were you going crazy like every other guy? Like, you dating this girl, doing that?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm a little paranoid, bro. So check me out. Like, I've never been a guy who's like had a decent lifestyle or like lived comfortably as far as like income. So I've always had to rely on just naturally meeting a woman with my broke self, with a broke lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like, so now that I do have like more money and stuff like that, like mentally, bro, like I'm almost like paranoid. Like I'm almost like, okay, like this chick is probably like eyeing me because she sees that I might have money, and that like turns me off. So from one aspect, that's kind of like keeping me centered because I have that paranoia of I don't want a woman to be with me for my money, and that's because I'm new to making at least a decent living for myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So long term, that's something I'm gonna have to address, obviously, but that's part of it. And the other thing is, bro, like I had a lot of experiences with women, and that was to me like a really big distraction in my younger years because I wasn't able to maintain my purpose. Wow. And so like I have that so in the center of my head because, bro, after I literally removed women from my life, at least the women that I was attracting or associating with, like my life just got like so much better. It's made so much progress.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, so like I'm so aware of that kind of like helps keeps me very centered as far as doing what I'm doing and not inviting someone in my life just randomly. You know what I'm saying? Like no standards or just anybody and just come along, I hope that makes sense.
No, it does, bro. And for me too, right? I had to definitely step away like from women because all of the managing different people and like texting this girl, texting that girl, like for me, and I always speak about this, I will date 1 to 2 women at a time max, and I'm open about it. I'm honest. They know, you feel me? Like I'm not sneaking around, and they also know that I work a lot. So I have a situation to where I don't have to text them every single day, right? But I remember like when I was texting like girls like every day, and I got, man, just girl, that shit is exhausting and it's draining, bro.
Oh man, I mean, think about the negative impact that can have on your business. Like instead of, let's say, a total of 2 hours, instead of doing some outreach or doing some work one-on-one with conversation with clients, you're out here spending that time on a woman, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that can like really stop your momentum as far as having a situation where she's super needy like that,
Yeah.
Like tell them what kind of women you go for, bro. Like what are some of the basic requirements? What does that look like?
Okay. Excellent question. So for example, the woman that I'm seeing right now, right? She's from Bogota. She is a college professor. She also speaks multiple languages. She does well for herself. I like a woman, bro. I like a woman that has drive, but that's also feminine. I like a woman that is self-reflective, so she can sit down and also think and not just act off of emotion, which is counterintuitive to her nature, right? So I like a woman that has a high degree of intelligence. Now, I've heard guys say before that they don't like to date a woman that's smart because then that's going to be like she might have a big ego or whatever. I think that's weak. I like a woman to be smart. You feel me? Like I like to have certain conversations with a woman. I've also heard guys say that like you should not be having intellectual talks with women. Like I've seen dating coaches on YouTube say this. I'm not gonna say no names, but they say you should not have intellectual thought. I'm like, if this woman is gonna be the mother of your children and you're gonna bring her into your family and you're going into her family, why would you not want her to be intellectual? So for me, bro, I like classy, smart, capable women.
Yeah. You know what? I agree, bro, because like how are you gonna freaking live with someone and you can't even have a real conversation with them? Because you're like, yo, she's stupid. Let me just bottle everything up inside. Let me not even talk to her because she's retarded. And you're gonna live like that for 20 years? Really? That's like unrealistic as hell to me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that kind of falls in line with something I say, like me personally, bro, like I cannot like date like 18-year-olds or like me personally. Because that's another thing. And I got nothing against guys who do it, but that's part of the
Yeah.
reason why. Unless she's very smart and she can hold a conversation,
Yeah.
like a lot of it, a lot of times maybe the maturity level
Yeah.
might be a little bit too big of a gap for me personally.
I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. Yeah. Have I met a mature 18-year-old? I was dating this 19-year-old last year. She was mature, but I can't honestly say that's common that they're that mature. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
agree
something.
with you.
Like I hear the dating coaches say like 18-year-olds, like, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna like, obviously, if you're effing them, all right, that's cool. But
Yeah.
if we're talking about dating, I don't know, man. Like
It
me,
depends how they're raised, you feel me? Because if she is an 18-year-old woman that comes from an affluent family that's educated, you feel
okay.
me? Okay, then her family seasoned her. She's traveled, she's educated, so she's gonna be like more like
That's
mature.
true.
But if it's the average 18, 19-year-old, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can they really offer you but sex?
Yeah, exactly. And that's another thing as far as that, bro. Like, man, these guys, bro. I mean, we've been victim of it too, bro. Like, we'll just see something and we just go off looks. Like, man,
Yeah.
that's not valuable at all, bro. That's not valuable, bro. Like,
Talk to
what,
them.
dude? The real value is the type of energy a woman can give you, bro. Like, if you see my videos, you'll see all the time. I say women are distraction, women are this, women are that. You know what I'm saying? In terms of distraction, right? Because I do preach
Yeah.
responsibility with guys doing their part. But you meet the right woman, bro. That woman can literally 2x or 3x whatever it is that you're doing.
Oh yeah.
100%. And if anybody has a doubt about that, they've never met a woman that's done it for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure you've had women that they give you energy, they make your life easier, personal assistant, you know what I'm saying? Just making your life way easier, allowing you to be way more productive to do better at everything else you do.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. 1,000%, but that's a gem right now. The woman that I'm dating right now, bro, she's holding all of my stuff in Colombia while I'm back here. Like, I'm dealing with like debts in the family from, so I have to be back here, and she's handling all of my shit. You feel me? And so that puts me at ease. Like, I don't have to worry like about like my spot. So finding the right woman that can be an addition to your life, that can amplify what you're doing, that can be supportive, that's the gem. But the question then lies is how do you find a woman that is supportive, that is like that, like a woman that's not going to be an additional stressor on you?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. At least in my experience, I'm only 26. I tend to think that the women who are not as sexy are the ones that are more. They're gonna actually provide more value. And here's why. You know what I'm saying? Because the most beautiful women, they're used to having things easy. They don't have to work for anything. They don't have to work for attention. They don't have to work for a relationship. They don't have to please anybody because everyone's pleasing them. But like women who are, let's say, are not as good looking, they've had to find ways to make up for that throughout their life. So they've been conditioned to probably provide more value than what their looks are because they don't really have amazing looks off the rip. So I tend to find that like the women who are like, let's say like, I don't know, man, not 10s, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least limited experience, right? Because I'm only 26. So I feel like guys have to pay more attention to what they bring to the table in terms of character, upbringing, like obviously like families, like obviously parents together and stuff like that, than just the looks. Because, bro, just the looks, I'll pay one of these hookers out here and get the looks without her ruining my life, taking half my belongings, or introducing drama.
Right.
You know?
Interesting. So I oftentimes hear that perspective, right?
And you can disagree. It's all good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do disagree.
Yeah.
But I agree and I disagree. I agree because, yes, a woman that is less attractive typically has to work on other qualities. I disagree because this right here is actually a topic that me and my boy speak about like a lot. And we date some gorgeous girls that fully submit, even though that's not common though, right?
Right.
Actually, like for example, like let me share my screen. I'm about to show you my boy's channel, my boy's YouTube channel.
Okay.
So let me go find it. So we talk about this all the time, right? Like, how do you get a truly bad woman to like submit? And this is my boy's channel right now. Hold up.
But be real though, it's gonna take more effort, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like you gotta be cold. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you see it?
No, not yet.
Okay, how about now? I'm sharing my screen.
Let me see if
hold on 1 second. Let me. Okay, yeah, I'm sharing it right now. Do you see it?
No, it's still showing you.
Huh. That's weird. It should be shown.
We got the chat popping off here, bro. Kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm showing it now. You still see it or not?
Yeah, now I see it. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so boom, right? This is my boy.
Okay.
And he dates baddies, and we always like showing our girls like we're always talking about how we're handling this shit test, how we're dealing with this, how we're dealing with that. And so we have had gorgeous women submit that were supportive. So I disagree on that end, but I do agree when you say that the woman that is less attractive typically is going to have to compensate with other characteristics, though. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me? But
yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible, bro. But I'd say like the majority of the women that are beautiful, man, they have so many options. You know what I'm saying? And they've been accustomed to such not really providing something, and they'll get anything they want. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have a video. What is it titled? Is it you that has a video? The competition is not as hard. Something like that.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even watched it yet, but I know there's a title.
Attractive women don't have as many options as you think.
So I haven't seen the video, but I know that's the title. That you made that one, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it ties into what we're talking about.
No, it does 1,000%. And I made that video because, like, after dating gorgeous women in Iceland, in Turkey, in Norway, in Colombia, in Peru, in the States, I realized that, damn, like, these girls don't have that many options because, okay, yes, a bunch of guys are going after them, but probably 1% or less are the guys that they actually want. So if they come across a man that actually has his shit together, right, the shade that's done well for himself, that's an intellectual, that understands her nature better than she does, so he can lead her correctly and not be angry when she acts in her nature, which is a whole nother conversation.
That is a whole nother
when she meets a man like that, it's like she falls. And so the same way I used to have imposter syndrome with finances, I would legitimately wake up and look over like in bed and be like, damn, like I'm really with a gorgeous woman right now. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
How'd I get that? It's because, you know what I'm saying? Like you're that dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take a different spin on it, man. Like, at least the way that I'm thinking right now, like it's like I'm fine with sacrificing some look points, bro. If I get a woman that really helps, like 2, 3, 4, 5x what I have going on, bro. Because I've had women like that before, bro, where they've really provided a lot of value, and I didn't know how to value that in the past. Because obviously, like I'm looking here, like to get with the baddest chick, you know.
Yeah.
And at least the level I was at, I was getting bad chicks, but they weren't quality bad chicks. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, like the chick that I'm looking for, man, like I want obviously submissive, non-combative, you know what I'm saying, very feminine.
Yeah.
And obviously I prefer them to like be smarter, like be intellectual. But for the must-haves for me is like somebody who's non-combative and who can follow my lead, bro. Because at the end of the day, like majority of women can't lead themselves, bro.
That's true.
You ask them where they want to eat, they're gonna take 3 hours to tell you where they want to eat. Like I'm sure you talk about this all the time. Like be the shot caller, bro. Take the decision. You know what I'm saying? And women, if they knew how to lead themselves, like things would be a lot different. So I'm looking for a woman who's willing to follow my lead because I'm confident enough in my ability to lead. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to fight a woman to lead her, bro. And
Mm.
some women, at least 2025, they're gonna kind of put up some resistance. But like you talked about, if you are in that upper echelon where you have receipts, she'll probably shut up and get with the program. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, that's a whole fact. And I agree. Like for me, I don't need a woman that's from like a 9 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's cool to have. That strokes your ego as a man. Yeah, I got this shit. Okay, cool. But like for me, I love peace. I love competency. I love a woman who I would feel comfortable laying next to, like talking to her. You feel me? Which takes a lot of trust on my end. So I need to I like women that have more to offer than just their body. Like obviously every man likes looks. I love looks, but I agree with you. Let's say she's a 7, 7.5, but you know what I'm saying, like up to your like standards, and she has all these other things.
Oh man, that's a 10. That's a 20 to me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. I'm rocking with that, bro.
Oh man. I mean, if looks her 50 Cent, bro, said it. If looks is her biggest asset, she's gonna do some 304 shit. Real talk. Yeah. Like her looks should not exceed what she brings to the table or like her intangibles. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. I think her intangibles, like her character, her femininity, that should exceed her looks, in my opinion. Because at least me, bro, I'm not looking to really like be effing around and like sleeping like around like that. Like if I'm looking for like a date long term, or like even potentially like bond with somebody for life or for a long time, that's what I'm looking for, 100%.
Nah, I completely understand, because like for me, I'm at a place where I don't care to be with all these different women. Like I like to be with one woman or 2 max at a time. You feel me? Like I'm honest about that. But I don't absolutely have to be with 2. Like if I find a great, phenomenal woman, I'm gonna lock in with her. Now, obviously, that trust has to be earned, and certain things have to be built between us. But if I come across one that is of that cloth, oh for sure, I'm locking in. You feel me?
So for the guys watching, bro, we're talking about women, we're talking about money. We haven't really touched on fitness, but that's assumed, that's presupposed.
Yeah.
What should guys do, bro? Because they want all these things, but most of them want women, right? That's what they really want.
That's what.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's say we know that that's on their mind. So where should they start? Should they start just working on their women's skills? Should they start working on the business, or working on what should they start doing?
Man, phenomenal question. They should bridge the gap between the discrepancies in their mind. And what I mean by that is they should work on themselves. Most guys like to put on a facade of who they want you to believe that they are, right? When reality, you should become that guy. So for example, like if you look at most guys' Instagrams, they try to put on this like show, but that's not who they are. Become that man. You feel me? Work on your mind first, become congruent with yourself, right? So this could be working on your career, working on your finances, working on the fitness, working on how you present yourself as a man. Can you articulate yourself well? Can you walk up to another grown man, look him in the eye, and shake his hand? You'd be amazed at how many men can't even do that. You feel me? So who are you character-wise as a man? And once you are aligned character-wise, internally, spiritually, then you can start worrying up about the women. Because, bro, atraemos lo que somos. We attract what we are, bro. So if you want a certain caliber of a woman, first, you don't want, because that means you're operating from lack. You start to attract these kind of women because of who you are as a man. And I think once a man can master himself, you'll notice that women just start to flood into your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, women are a byproduct, bro. If you're having issues getting women, that's just a sign that something ain't really going too right, bro. You know? I definitely agree, man. And a lot of guys, man, like obviously, like I talk mainly about fitness, but real talk, bro, like, man, you've been having that voice in your head telling you like, yo, like I'm not happy with the way I look, I'm overweight. And then you ask yourself, like, man, why can't I have clarity of thought, or why can't I be confident? Bro, you still have that thought, I gotta lose 20 pounds in your head. Fix that first. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that you know you need to fix. That's not letting you really flow and think clearly and become self-aware, bro. You know?
Wow. Nah, that's a fact, bro. I think a lot of guys are lying. Like guys don't like to confront themselves. So somebody can know that they have to do something, that they have to work on something, and then they just like kind of like ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Like they put it off. But
Distractions.
yeah, exactly. And it's like the more that you put that thing off, like you're getting worse as a man. So you might as well confront that thing.
Yeah. And now, you know what I'm saying? Do that now. Like, bro, like I got run over by a car. I thought I was gonna die, bro.
Wow.
If that would have been my life, bro, what a sad fucking life, bro. What a sad life. Never being able to say I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of who I am. What a sad life, bro. Like you don't have as much time as you think, bro. Like, man, these guys, bro. Guys, start now. Stop putting it off in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's real shit, bro. In terms of the comments, man, let me see what they're saying, bro. I ain't tapping yet. Been sub to both of you for a little while. Good to see y'all dropping gems side by side. Jizzy says, thoughts on marriage, bro. What's your thoughts on marriage, bro?
Man, I think marriage is fine as long as you don't sign papers and bring government into things, because there's really no reason to bring the government into that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have an issue with a man being with a woman for the rest of his life. I don't see there's anything wrong with that. If it's 2-3 women, I don't see anything wrong with that either. That's been going on for thousands of years, bro. I just see something wrong when you bring in such a big liability in your life that can completely ruin your life. Like they say it all the time. If somebody told me if you cross the street, there's a 50% chance you're gonna get run over, would I cross the street? I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I would
That's
not.
a fact.
So it's just the legal marriage nowadays is 50%, bro, and that's being generous.
Yeah, I'm definitely not against getting married. I just would never get married in the West for obvious reasons. Like we're not really incentivized to get married like the woman is, and there's no benefits to it. And as men who are building empires, I don't see the point in getting married in the West. Now, when I get married like in Africa, you know, without bringing in the government, absolutely. You from like, but in terms of doing it like in the States, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. What's the benefit? I don't see a benefit. What's the reasoning, you know?
I would say really the only benefits of marriage is raising a healthy, strong family, you know, like at this point, right? Now, yes, that can be done outside of marriage, obviously. Yeah. But like I would say that's, at least for me, like what I think about is like that's really the only benefit, like you raising up a family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say I'd do a ceremony. I'm not against maybe Huncho in the future. He gets married, he does a ceremony, religious. But as far as signing papers, man, guys, if you have a 50% chance to get run over by a car, I'm not crossing that street, bro.
Yeah. Nah, man, that's a fact, bro.
I'm not doing that. Only purpose in life is to get women and eat food.
Only purpose in life might be like control or something. The only purpose in life is to eat women and eat food.
Yeah, he needs to change his name. He has to go read the text again because he's out of alignment.
Yeah. Drizzy got so I agree with you, no papers and don't involve the government, but my family tries to give me pushback about it. There's no benefit for a man to put his assets at risk. I agree.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I agree completely. Yo, this shit was dope, brother.
Yeah, man. I know I'm on here hogging up your screen time, bro, but I lost track of time for real.
Bro, that was an hour and a half, man. This shit was definitely dope, man. Definitely have to chop it up with you, but like I said, I'm gonna touchdown next week. You feel me? So yeah, definitely gotta lock up, man.
No pressure, bro. If we ever run into each other or we hit each other up, we'll make something happen, bro.
Yes, sir, no doubt.
Yeah. Keep doing your thing,
showing up, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I show love, bro. I know a lot of guys wouldn't do this or like whatever. Like, oh, he has a coaching or he's a coach. Bro, like it's all love, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I like the content, like I'll let you know that, and I like your content. You know what I'm saying? I like your vibe too. So I already know you're gonna kill it. So
that's the thing too, bro. Like a lot of guys are so envious and like they feel threatened to speak to somebody else that's in his space. It's like, bro, that's like that's scarcity thinking. There's so much out here for all of us. From like one of my good boys, I mean, who is it? Like Martel, like
Oh, Martel, yeah, I've seen some of his
yeah,
videos. Yeah,
bro, he's a cool ass dude, bro.
yeah, yeah. It looked like it. Yeah,
Bro, and it's like he was telling me that so many guys in this space are just like bitches, like they bratty about it. It's like, nah, man, I'm not gonna show that dude love. Nah, I'm not gonna subscribe to his shit. Da, da, da. Meanwhile, them niggas is watching your whole shit. It's like, bro, like
that's crazy, bro. Wow.
Bro, it'd be better to just collab. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. That's my take on it.
100, bro. It's insecurity. All those guys that never promote someone or never like show love or never knew nothing. I feel like it's a lot of insecurity sometimes because if you're insecure about like your work and you're, you know what I'm saying, proud of what you're doing, that then you're gonna just naturally compliment other people because it's not gonna take anything away from you, you know?
Yeah.
So the guys that can't do that, bro, like man, that's a red flag, bro.
Yeah.
A red flag.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, that's a maturity thing too, man. Like for me, I have no issue bigging up somebody. You feel me? Like I see someone else grinding, building. I salute that as a man because as you know, building a business is not fucking easy, bro. So I salute any man that's out there building himself up, building up a brand, you know what I'm saying, doing the work. I know that's not easy. So I salute that man.
100%. And he goes, bro, I'm gonna just give this last example. The same guys that will have an issue recognizing someone else's accomplishments are the same guys that when they find out the girlfriend is cheating, they get mad at the dude and not the girl. You know what I'm saying? They start hating on the dude. They're like, oh, he's whack or this and that. Like, bro, I was never that type of dude, bro. Never. Wow. Like, if I ever found out like a problem with my girl with another guy, like, I would nod. I would like, okay, that's cool. I got no hate or no love. You're probably a cool ass dude. There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? No problem at all. Because I don't know what it is, bro. Maybe it's like just confidence in myself or just awareness of actually what the problem is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So
wow.
I think
it could be both.
Yeah. I think it's funny, bro. Like when dudes are taking it out on the guy or whatever, or hating, like, I think it's corny, bro.
Guys are gonna do what guys do. If your woman makes herself available to another man, it's for one, it is her fault, but two, it's probably something that you didn't recognize, like a red flag that you didn't recognize as a man. So you didn't have discernment. It always falls back to us as men.
100%. Because at the end of the day, it's your reality. You create it. It's your life is a mirror. You know what I'm saying? It's not a window. There's a reflection. Something's going on with you that you need to go back to the drawing board, bro.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. So, wow, man. Yeah, bro. This shit was dope, man. Thank you for pulling up, bro.
Yeah.
And I would definitely love to like do something like this again, bro. This shit was dope.
Oh yeah. It was nice meeting you, bro. For real.
Yeah, likewise, you too, bro. And as I said, bro, we definitely gonna link up in Colombia, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. Thanks for the talk, man.
Of course, G. Hey, salute.
All right, bro. We'll check in one of these days, man.
All right.
All right, bro. Peace.
Bet. All right, fellas. All right, fellas. That was a live, man. That was a good hour and 40 minutes, man. It was a pleasure. I'll tap in with you guys another time, man. Salute, fellas.